Welcome back to another video. If you haven't yet, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now, let me make this really quick. Have you ever given someone advice, and when you look back on the advice that you've given to that person, it's something that you really needed to hear? So, a friend of mine called me. He is going through something, and he asked a few questions. Now, I asked the very same questions a few months ago, and I thought I didn't get an answer. But all this time, I really knew the answer. So I had to take the advice for myself. And I think most of us have similar questions and could use the same advice. If someone accuses you of something wrongfully, if the accusations, when it goes out, others believe, run with it, sometimes, or majority of the time, you have to pay close attention to the ones who believe and the ones who run with it and the ones who don't fact check. Because 9 times out of 10, those people don't really like you. Not only do they not like you, sometimes people's perception of you is based off presumption, it's based off the presumption, the accusations, and the perception of others. 9 times out of 10, these people don't really know you. So instead of letting the negative comments or the negativity that they are spreading or the defamation really get to you, you have to ask yourself the question, do these people really know you? Sometimes they don't even take the time to know you. They just run with what they've heard of you. They don't fact check anything, because sometimes too, they want to believe that that is who you are. We have to pay close attention to the people that we associate ourselves with. If someone hears something about you, if someone heard that you did something, and without even trying to find out if you did it or not, they believe and they run with it and they distance themselves based on what they have heard, that person was never someone who liked you to begin with. And they will tell themselves, oh, I'm not even gonna try to find out if that's the case. Let me just stay away from that. Those people don't really like you. Don't really like you. Because if they've heard something, they don't have to come to you and say, hey, Tom said this. Names don't have to be called, but they can do fact checking themselves. And the situation that this person was in, what happened was someone said something, and the person who actually went back and said the other person said something was really the one who said it. Was really the one who said it, but they wanted to say something to the person, but must have been a coward. So they used somebody else's name and said that person said when they didn't say anything. And instead of that, the person who was brought to doing their research and fact checking, or even asking the person, hey, why did you say this about me? They just believed, ran with it. But 9 times out of 10, if you think about the people who actually believe negative things about you, you'll realize that these are people who don't really know you. We'll never 100% know anyone. Let's be clear on that. But 9 times out of 10, it is people who truly do not know you. Don't know you, don't know anything about you. They just want to believe that you're a negative person. They just want to believe whatever it is that they have heard about you. They have already formed their opinion about you based on the lies of others. So when something negative arises, they're like, yep, we already knew who that person was. We already knew who she was. We already knew who he was. Without doing any fact checking or without getting to know the person for themselves. Do not let people's opinion of you determine who you are. Don't let it define who you are or who you can be. People will use their opinion to tear you down if you're not careful. Because you know what? If you're going left, people are gonna say, why in the world is that person going left? Why don't they go right? And if you're going right, they're gonna say, really? You could have just gone left. Always going to be something. So live your life. Live your life. Be true to yourself. Live your life. To thine own self be true. Just live your life. People will use their own opinions to tear you down. Do not let them. Do not let them. To thine own self be true. See you in the next one.